All right, what's up, everybody? It is March 4th, so it's Wednesday, about 2 o'clock, and I had an appointment out of town this morning, so got back into town, got everything done. Out here at the farm, getting ready to do some frost seeding on this little under an acre food plot that we have. So it's 64 degrees right now, March 4th, 64 degrees. It feels like it's spring, and spring's trying to kind of poke out here, but the temperature is supposed to drop again tomorrow, and the next day drop back down into the 20s, single digits even one night. So it should freeze this ground. Great timing for frost seed. So we should get another freeze, and then next week it's supposed to rain on and off all week. So it should be perfect timing to get this seed down in the ground. And then we'll come back out here closer to spring and we'll put some fertilizer on this. Hopefully really get that to take off here for the spring and summer. And then we'll come back out here sometime in early September, turn that over and replant the brassica or the big and beastie from Frigid Forage. So gonna get after that. When that's done, then I'm gonna go out here and check some of these bedding areas, high traffic areas, and some transition points, and see if I can't come up with some more antlers this season. So guys, keep hanging in there, and should be a pretty interesting episode. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, so got all that frost seeding done, and got on this hillside and just been on a heavy trail all the way across it, and hit up the first bedding area, really zigzagged that really well. Hadn't found anything, and like I said, just coming up on that trail, and right here I found a bed, which what I thought would be a bedding area. Come up here and I found what I don't want to find, and that is remains. And unfortunately, as you can see right over there, that'd be my first deadhead of the year. And it is a buck. I'm just really hoping that is not Frisky, because it does look like Frisky's rack. But I'll make my way over there and check it out. Well, got him out of there, and he don't smell good, so he hasn't been dead for a real long time. Full of beetles. Not really sure I know this buck, to be honest with you. As you can see, that bladed G2, kind of funky right side. He's a young buck. Keep getting more and more beetles coming out of that skull. But we'll call the game warden, get a salvage tag on them, and got one deadhead for the year. Never like to find them this way. Would have been a good up and comer, but either way, we're on the board. Stay tuned. Found another one, unfortunately, and a little small buck. Looks like he already lost his antlers. A hair pile over here. Anyway, not the way you want to find them. Let's keep going. All right, everybody, it is Friday, March 6th, and I don't even know what time it is. I think it's about 3 o'clock. Got off work a little early. Made it out here, and as you just seen, Wednesday I frost seeded the clover into the food plot, and today it's about 30 something degrees, 36 degrees. It was down in the 20s last night, so perfect conditions for that frost seeding. You know, that frost thaw, get that seed down into the ground, good soil contact, and hopefully we'll have some good germination here in several weeks whenever it really warms up and spring starts coming along. So got that done, did a little shed hunting, got on that ridge along the property line and found that deadhead. So I called my local game warden and let him know that I found it, got a salvage tag number for it, and then I just cut the antlers off. He was just a 7-point, and the Coyotes already got to half of his skull there, so wasn't worth Euro mounting, but got the antlers anyway nonetheless. But I didn't close out that episode because, to be honest with you, I was just a little frustrated. Right over by the buck nest that I've got on that property, I was just driving around the fields and whatnot, and there's a house that sits literally right there on the edge of that property with about less than a quarter acre property, got a chain link fence around it. So I'm coming around and there's a double ladder stand sitting in a tree right on the other side of the chain link fence, with a camera on my property. Now, keep in mind, I've lost 9 cameras out on this property in 2 years. So a little frustrating that I've got now someone else. It wasn't one of my cameras. I don't have any cameras like that. So I'm not going to show you pictures right now because I've already contacted the game warden, because bottom line, there's no way that that individual is hunting, unless the deer are jumping in his little backyard with a swing set in it. He's hunting the field in that buck nest right there on my lease. So let him have a conversation with the game warden, let him know that can't be shooting and taking deer off someone else's property. So a little frustrated with that. And then lost another property, a property I just got this last season. I called the landowner, let him know that I'd be out shed hunting, and he let me know that he's decided not to let anybody hunt out there no more. So I don't know, guys. I'm just so frustrated. You put in all this time and effort, and I keep losing properties. I mean, landowners pass away and land gets, handed down to a relative. The relative doesn't like hunting or whatever. That's happened to me multiple times over the past 2 years. I've lost hundreds and hundreds of acres that I've managed for more than a decade. And then on top of that, I love sharing my experience and filming and doing everything to bring to you guys. But the problem with that is everybody sees it. Everybody sees the deer I'm after and people that figure it out where I'm at. Next thing you know, you've got hunters all circling the properties that you're trying to manage. Same thing goes out there with that main lease. The property owner to the east has literally started renting his farm or leasing his farm out for profit because he knows that I have food plots and everything else and manage the deer herd out there. So, everybody trying to capitalize on someone else's hard work, but it's just frustrating. So, Drew Patton, team member Drew Patton, y'all have seen him, took a nice deer this last year. He's got me set up to go look at my very own Deer 30's very first private land ownership property. So we're gonna go check that out tomorrow. Me and Matt are headed down, and hopefully it's what I think it is. It's got a good price on it. So hopefully you tune in tomorrow, on the next episode, and check out this property with us. So we do have permission to film out there. We're gonna shed hunt it. He's already let them know that I am a hunting outfitter or hunting company that's interested in the property. So they've given us rights to come out for the day and shed hunt the property, really look it over, fine tooth comb, and see if it's something I want to invest my money in. So guys, I've managed a ton of farms, thousands of acres, and I'm just absolutely sick and tired of dumping my money onto somebody else's property. And as soon as they figure out there's good deer on it, they try to capitalize. So that's what keeps continuing to happen. I was hunting a property not too far from here last year, and all of a sudden the farmhand sees the deer that I'm bringing in, and now I can't hunt. So it's frustrating, but we're going to get after it today. We're going to get down in here. I'm going to shed hunt this one area where I found my first shed. We're going to hit that for the last time this season, and 2 other bedding areas that we're going to hit for the last time this season. And then Matt and I are going to get after it bright and early in the morning, 6 a.m. We're going to be headed south. So continue to hang in there today, and let's see if we can't get on some of these freshies. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, it is Saturday, March 7th, and I'm out here with my buddy Drew, my buddy Matt. Drew just happens to also be my real estate guy. So right. Just like I talked about yesterday, we are out here looking to purchase Deer 30's first private land, just with some of the issues that are going on, and tired of investing money in someone else's property all the time and then getting told you can't hunt there no more. So I had Drew find me some spots. We're in this undisclosed location way back out here in the middle of nowhere, and we're gonna go check this thing out, see what kind of habitat it is, and see if this might be the right parcel. So,
and just maybe find some sheds.
Just maybe find some sheds. Yeah, maybe. So let's get after it.
You guys ready?
All right, everybody, it is Sunday, March 8th, and got out yesterday with the guys and checked out two potential properties that I might be interested in. But just like with everything else, I mean, there's pros and cons to every part of it. So just didn't find the one that just spoke to me right off the top, said, hey, make an offer. So we're gonna keep looking. But between the two that we looked at, we actually stopped and found another one. So that was 3 different properties, and then walked, I don't know, 4 or 5 different areas in public. So I'd say over 12, 15 miles that we put in yesterday, but unfortunately did not find any sheds. So today I'm on this little piece, and as you can see, got the rifle with me, old 243. Hopefully do some coyote hunting while I'm back here. This place has it holds a lot of deer. It's a small parcel. It's only 15, 20 acres, but it's completely surrounded by ag fields, and it's just really dense cedar thickets and cover and bedding, and just a lot of sign in here. I already found like 3 or 4 major trails. Here's some fresh poo tracks. So this thing holds a lot of deer for as small as it is. Found several deer, or several freshies last year on this, including that big long spike. So we're gonna keep after today, and hopefully we'll come on some of these fresh sheds for you. So keep hanging in there. All right, well, not even 2 minutes after I made that video, I just walked into this little cedar thicket right here and found the first shed of the day. I'm not sure if it's fresh or not. It's got actually it's got a lot of chew on it. It's a little I don't know, T3 side, but either way, we're on the board, and haven't even been on this property maybe 30 minutes already, and already found the first shed. So I'm telling you guys, this thing just holds a lot of deer, and I expect to find quite a few sheds today. So let's turn around and check this thing out. There it is. As you can see, the G2 is already chewed up. Got some gnaw marks here on the main beam, but let's get this thing in camera here. Hopefully that's in frame. I don't know. There's the pickup. That is this year. It's this year's shed. It is a brown, but man, the squirrels have already gotten to it. But either way, we're on the board. It's pretty awesome. Stay tuned. Well, it's been a little while since I found that little 3-side chewed up. So I'm in here, this real thick cedar thicket, and just cutting all the trails, and found some huge buck prints. Found some good rubs. But Uncle Eddie is, as always, on the board again this weekend. So let's jump over and check out everything he's found.
Out here walking some growed up stuff. You can see what I'm in. And I think I found a pretty nice one right here. I ain't sure yet. Looks like a pretty good size 4-side. Looks like a last year's. Yeah. Pretty nice. That'll work. That'll work. Well, I was headed back to the truck, running around that way, come back over on this side. Truck sitting there. Here lays a little bitty 4-side right here. A little muddy. Back at you.
All right, so Uncle Eddie's on the board again this weekend, and guys, I just got into this clearing, as you can see behind me, right outside of that cedar thicket back there, and real thick stuff. I've been cutting trails across that cedar thicket. Got into this clearing, kind of walked down and come around this corner and almost walked right up on it. I was looking at this little water hole and almost stepped right on this thing. So let's walk over here and check it out. It looks like a pretty good one. And it's a brownie. Oh yeah, freshy brown. Look at that. That might be one of the prettiest sheds I have found. all season long. 5-side, fresh. Haven't seen the pedicle yet, so let's get the pickup here on camera. Hopefully I can get it in there. I don't know, am I in there? Yeah, here we go. Oh, that's a good one. No blood. Got a little hair on it. But guys, that is a good shed. Solid 10-point, well, 5-point side. Got a little kicker coming off the front. Man, I'm willing to bet he was bedded right in here close to around this cedar thicket. So let's get after it and see if we can't match him up. Heck yes, I knew this was going to be a great spot today. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, it is proven to be an amazing day to be in the outdoors. I find this heavy, huge 5-side. I found a little 3-side. Uncle Eddie's found some sheds today, but even more importantly, Sergeant Keenan Hall is on the board with a Coyote this morning. So let's jump over and check that out. Shoot him when you can. Shoot that first one.
Smoked him, baby. Smoked him. That other one just ran into the field there. Or ran back into the woods. Good shot, brother. Good shot. Alright, hey, good morning, everybody. I'm sitting in the shooting house with my buddy Tanner. And we coyote hunted a few times together, and we haven't had any luck yet this year. And I told Tanner, I was like, Mom and Dad's farm up there is starting to get kind of thick, and we should go up there and sit. So we got a call and got up here this morning. Man, we piddled around at the house and talked to my mom and everything. We had some coffee this morning, got back here just right at daylight. We were sitting here bullcrap, and I had the call going. I just happened to look down on the corner of the field down here, and there's 2 coyotes standing on the corner of the field. They walked right out in the middle of the field like nothing was wrong. I mean, 80 to 100 yard shot. I got the camera on him. Told Tanner, I was like, shoot that first one, man. He put the crosshairs on it, busted that mother. We got a coyote laying out here in the field, and it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet. Like we're still hunting. I'm excited. It was a good shot. I got it all on camera and everything. So it's a good morning so far. So y'all just hang in there, and I'll get back to you later. All right, y'all. So we just got down out of the shooting house there. I don't know if you can see it for the glare, but me and Tanner, we're gonna walk down there and grab this coyote out of the field here. Had a pretty good morning. Ended up calling 3 coyotes into this same set, which usually you don't get that many after you shoot the first time, but just couldn't get done on them other 2. The one that Tanner shot, they came in as a pair, and he shot that first one, and obviously that second one got out of dodge. But that last one came in on the end of the field. He didn't stick around very long, so couldn't get the crosshairs on him quick enough to make something happen. But we're pretty excited, you know. Anytime you can call 3 coyotes into the same set and make a kill and get it all on film, that's a pretty good morning. So we're happy. Walking up on him. It's a young dog. Boy, you put a hurting on him. Put a absolute hurt on him. Yeah, success, man. That's killing them fawn getters. Any of them, I'll kill them year round every day if I could. I hate these things. They kill my turkeys, they kill my fawns, kill everything else under the sun. So it's a good day to get these predators out of here, especially when we're trying to build our deer population back up after the EHD and everything hit them a few years ago. So it's a good morning. I'll let y'all go. Y'all hang in there, and I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, everybody, just wrapping up this episode. We had another phenomenal weekend. Got the food plot, frost-seeded out the main lease. Found that deadhead on, what was that, Friday. We went out and seen some new properties because we might be looking at going into a new endeavor here at Deer 30, and that's owning our own property instead of continuously managing other people's. So Drew Patton took us out and showed us several good properties. Went on some public land, didn't have no success. Got on a small track today, as you just saw, and found a really nice 5-side, found that little 3-side. And Uncle Eddie had continued success. This guy goes out and finds sheds every time he gets out there. It's amazing. Phenomenal job, Eddie. But the big news is Keenan Hall with the first coyote of 2020. Congratulations, Keenan. Awesome job. And yeah, getting ready to wrap this one up. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that bell so you get notified when we drop these new episodes. We have a ton of content coming your way. We have predator hunting coming up. We have spring turkey coming up, going right into preseason 2020 deer. Tons of content coming up for that. And then, of course, the 2020 deer season. So, guys, it's going to be a phenomenal spring and summer. Got a ton of action coming your way. Make sure you subscribe. And as always, wake up and hunt.